Alright, I'm done being quiet about this. This is going to be a two-part video series. I'm going to go back to the original video from 2 years ago, but this time I'm going to share with you the actual report from the actual inspector who recently shared it with me, and I'm going to let you do your own evaluation of whether you think that inspection report was accurate or soft. Okay, so here's the whole screenshot he sent me from his report. Go ahead and pause and rotate your screen to read it. But you're going to see that in 2 places he says that there was no evidence of compromised support in that home. Then his recommendation was to get further evaluation by a drainage and foundation professional. And on no Planet of Home inspection does damage that significant not merit a recommendation for a structural engineer. So here's some clips from the original video just to catch you up. The neighbor's driveway, and this embankment is incredibly unstable. That right there is level. You can definitely see the slope is sloping, the floor is sloping down. Really significant displacement of the cinder block wall. This wall is leaning that much. That's level. That's the wall. And I saw a very significant step crack. It goes down to a nice big fat horizontal crack with what looks to be about 3/8 of an inch displacement. And I start to see just how significant this displacement is. This has been patched recently. It is cracked again. You will see this wall is leaning right here. It's leaning over, right where that horizontal crack is. Trouble, but check this out. This is the worst section. I came in here and I saw what they were remediating. Now you got this nice big horizontal crack right here, but get this, this is not just a horizontal crack, but that right there is a full inch of displacement in this wall. They've packed some mortar into this to try to hide this horizontal crack, but if I was able to get the light just right and show you how significant that is, okay, it goes over behind these things, that is a very significant structural crack. Now, what's the bigger issue here? It's not just that this is displaced an inch, but it's displaced an inch in the same exact direction as the south wall. That's the north wall over there. This is the south wall here. This whole entire house has shifted and leaned over to the south. And the amount of lean that I'm seeing in this wall matches perfectly with the amount of displacement that I'm seeing in this wall. That horizontal crack runs all the way across this basement wall. I come over to this corner, and what do we see? How much displacement do you guys think that is? That just about covers my entire flashlight. That's how big that gap is right there. The width of my flashlight, which I think is about 1.25 inches. That's how significant the displacement is over here, all the way across this wall. This horizontal crack and that horizontal crack run parallel all the way down this wall, which is a shear crack, which means, like I told you, when the house shifted that direction, it's shifting that masonry. And that's why we're seeing those cracks over here in the corner. That's why we're seeing those strange cracks in that corner. Here's the bottom line with this house. Actually had my client question what I was saying and he said to me, well, how could that be when they just had an inspection 3 weeks ago and the inspector said there was no structural concerns? I said, I don't know. I don't know how you walk in here and you don't see an entire house shifted 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches to the south, the wall leaning over, the floor sloping down. I don't know how you look at all that and say, it looks great. This is the kind of thing that upsets me. I don't know how you ever get to the point where significant step cracking is not a structural concern. I don't know how you get to a point where a giant horizontal crack in a wall that runs almost the entire perimeter of a home is not a structural concern. At this particular moment, I actually have structural safety concerns for the occupants of this home that are living here. I am really angry right now, and I got a story to tell you about this inspection. You guys know me. When these soft inspectors write these soft reports for pre-listing in order for sellers to pressure people to waive their inspections, I call that fraud.